All right, good afternoon. This is Lifting with Max. Today is January 22nd. We are going to be doing squats for 5 sets of 3 today, accompanied by overhead press for 3 sets of 5, and then a heavy set of 5 on deadlift. Yeah, we're already warmed up. There's 305 pounds on the bar. I'll explain the rationale behind the lower weight after my first set, but we're just going to knock out our first set of 3 right now. All right. So if you guys have been following along, you may be noticing he was squatting 355 on Monday. What the hell is he doing squatting 305 today? So as you progress in your novice linear progression, a lot of people think, I can't keep making progress. I'm not a novice anymore. And then they abandon the NLP program in order for something more complicated. One of the things you miss out on is like the advanced novice stage. So instead of abandoning the starting strength program altogether and going on to the bridge or starting Texas method too early, there's nothing wrong with Texas method. It just doesn't have progress. You don't progress as quickly on it. You're going in 1 week increments instead of every workout increments. What I'm doing here with the squat is my squat is going up every session, but I'm noticing that I'm not recovering with the Monday, Wednesday, Friday squat cycle. So what I'm doing is I'm introducing a light squat day. So that 305 is between 85 and 90% of what I'm squatting for my Monday weight. So what I'm doing is 3 sets of 5 with that to give my body a little bit of time to recover. It's sufficiently heavy that I still have to work that, there's still the neuromuscular efficiency portion to moving a heavy weight, but it's light enough that my body is getting a little bit more recovery between heavy squat workouts so that I am coming into Friday's 360 set of 5 a little bit fresher. That's one reason for the lighter squats. The other reason is since starting to squat heavy, my deadlift has been suffering. So I'm hoping by introducing a lighter squat day on Wednesdays, I can continue to progress on my deadlift as well. So the plan for the deadlift is I'm going to reset back to 500 pounds. I'm going to pull that for 5 today, and then every Wednesday I'm just going to add 10. I should be back in about 3 weeks, but those are some of the things you can start to tweak as you reach the advanced novice stage. Another thing you can start doing is introducing, chins and back extensions every other workout. So, with the bench, you're doing an A-B rotate. Well, I'm going to knock out my next set, and then I'll continue into the A-B rotation philosophy here. All right, so where was I? A-B rotation on with starting strength, you should be familiar with that rotation immediately because you're doing it with your bench and your press. So as you started starting strength, it should have been, squat, bench, deadlift on workout A, squat, press, deadlift on workout B. And that is the initial A-B rotation that you start working it with. As you begin to progress on your deadlift, however, you can start doing that A-B rotation with alternating, doing deadlift one workout, power cleans one workout. So that's your A-B rotation. But deadlifts are heavy and hard to recover from. So one of the things you may have to do is introduce one little third piece of variability in there. So what you would do is A would be deadlift, B would be 3 sets of chins to failure and then back extensions. And then A, when you get back to A, instead of deadlifting, you would do power cleans. So it's kind of like an ABC rotation. A is either deadlift or power clean on an alternating day, and B would always be your chins and your back extensions. So those are some of the tricks you can do to continue to milk a little bit of progress out of your novice linear progression program with Starting Strength. Another thing you might be thinking is, Max, you've been lifting off and on for 20 years. You're already fabulously jacked. Why the hell are you running a novice linear progression program at your phase? So uh, basically what happened was last year the heavy sets of 5, heavy sets of 3, heavy singles were starting to wear on me. I was starting to get banged up more, and I found myself in a position where I was fighting for the same gains. I'd have to take a week off. I'd lose those gains, and then I would, do a back off and just keep butting into the same wall over and over. So I took about 9 months off last year to focus on adding more volume to my routine. The goal there was to increase work capacity and a little bit of muscular size. I think it went okay. My legs didn't get much bigger, uh, but my deadlift blew up and my bench got better. The bad thing about that, though, is my squat went from a set of 5 at 405 to I hadn't squatted over 300 pounds in almost a year. So I ran the Bull Mastiff program, got my single back up to a 405 single, but I'm still not as strong as I used to be on the squat. So I went back to novice linear progression to get my squat back up to where it needs to be. So the goal here is to get my squat as strong as possible, try to maintain strength in my deadlift, and get my bench, my press, and my power clean up to match, about where my deadlift is. So that's why I'm running the NLP. If you take time off from a strength program, the fastest way to get that strength back is to run the Starting Strength 3 sets of 5 program, the adding weight every workout. That'll get you back in fighting shape the quickest, and that's why I'm running it. Normally, I just run the basic, beginner version, and then I switch to something different once I start failing my sets of 5. That said, I recently cracked open practical programming again and read the portion for the advanced novice, so I'm actually going to try to apply some of those principles to my own training to see if I really, really have exhausted all of my novice gains, or if I've just been having shitty programming for the past 4 years because I didn't stop to read the book again. So that's what we're running the experiment on right now, and I appreciate you coming with me for that. All right, so there's set 1 of 3. Whew. And we are, of course, our working weight is 145. So that's 10 more pounds than we did on Friday. Probably could have done 155, but I don't want to be doing 20-pound jumps because I'm going to run out of runway pretty quickly as far as, making gains. If I do it that way, I don't want to start micro loading. One, because I don't have small enough plates to actually do that. So there's a little bit of a technical limitation, but I'll be doing 155 on Monday. So really, yeah, after 155, I think I'm going to do 5-pound jumps until I peter out. Whew. So that is one of the things I like wearing a hat for on the overhead press. As you go up, you want to keep the bar in line with the center of the midline of your foot, right? It's just like every lift we do. What happens is a lot of people, when they go to press, in order to get the bar around their face, they will push the bar up and go out in an arc. That arc introduces a moment arm that, on a sufficiently heavy press, any deviance from that midline point will make the bar too heavy to actually move. That's where your sticking point is when people tend to move the bar forward there. So what you do is you pull your head back with a little bit of a lean back, and then you want to bring the bar up, and you should be aiming for your nose. I've hit my nose in the past, so I don't like to do that. So I put on the hat to aim for the bill of my hat, and that gives me a target to remind me to keep the bar close to my face. All right, so we got 500 pounds loaded on the bar. I'm just gonna rest to catch my breath for a minute. Oh, and then we're gonna pull this for a set of 5. Last time I got one of my successful set of 5 was at 520, but that was when I was still doing front squats. I've been missing my deadlift reps since I started doing heavy, regular squats. So 500 is a weight I'm pretty comfortable with. It's 25 pounds lighter than what I was doing 2 weeks ago, but if you think about it, it's like a 5% reduction in weight. So we're just gonna knock it down to 500 and build it up in 5-pound increments until we ideally not just get to where we were, but push it even further beyond. That was a Super Saiyan 3 reference, if anyone got that. And this is to go even further beyond. Whew. right, so that felt pretty good. All right, that's today's workout. I appreciate you jumping in and joining me. Uh, as you watch these, if you have any questions, please just send me a message, type in a comment, and I'll try to answer any, lifting programming questions that you might have. So, uh, you know, make sure to subscribe so you catch the next one, and be sure to ask those questions, and I'll get to respond to them. Whew. Anyway, a little out of breath. Thank you for bearing with me, and we'll catch you on Friday. See ya.